everybody and welcome back to another trip report. Today I'm here at Melbourne Tullamarine International Airport at Terminal 4 car park. I'm going to be walking over to Terminal 3 and then catching Virgin Australia on board a Boeing 737 from here in Melbourne over to Adelaide in South Australia. Okay, so as I said, just got back from the elevators from the car park. So now let's walk over past Terminal 4 to Terminal 3 and check in. Okay, so just next to Terminal 2, or the international departures, is Terminal 3 departures, which is where we need to go today. So let's go upstairs on this escalator and check in. Okay, so made it up the escalator. Here at Virgin Australia's Terminal 3, you have the option of either doing self-check-in, or you could go to a kiosk if you have Virgin Gold, Platinum, or travelling in business class. And then if you have international connections, and then there's a check-in desk there. Otherwise, it's all self-done, and the self-bag drop just there. So let's go here and check in. Pretty responsive, these kiosks are, much better than Qantas's old ones. Checked in and got my boarding pass. For a second I thought they said gate 288, got very confused. Anyways, checked in, got my boarding pass. Now let's head through security, which is now over there in Terminal 4. Yeah, so it's a very efficient process here. There's so many check-in kiosks. Shouldn't have any issue finding them unless it's like peak hour here. But unless it's school holidays, most of the time it's pretty good. Here's the sort of new walkway, which I think opened a month or two ago. So you have to go to Terminal 4 to complete security. Not necessarily a bad thing, since there is it's a lot more automated. There's also priority screening lane from memory for Velocity, Gold, Platinum and business class passengers. Security has now been completed. There was a little bit of a wait, but really nothing serious. It's very automated, you don't have to take anything out. So yeah, I do have a couple of Virgin Australia lounge passes thanks to my Velocity Silver status. So I thought today would be a good opportunity to use them. So yeah, the Virgin Lounge is just down that way. We're currently in the Terminal 4 departures area. There's a very nice food court, lots of nice options to eat. But today we're going to head down here to the Virgin Australia Lounge. So just before the Terminal 3 gates, here is the Virgin Australia Lounge. You can go to the desk to sort of sign yourself in, or there's also contactless entry, which is very nice to see. It's my first time here, so I'm very excited. Okay, so since I'm using lounge passes, I had to go to the desk, but here's the Virgin Australia Lounge. First impressions, it's very nice and modern. There's some muesli and stuff like that here. There's a little bit of fruit salad, some yogurt, there's bread and a toaster. There's glasses here and a selection of juices and some soft drinks. I believe there's alcoholic beverages available after noon. There's some apples there. There's another toast maker or bread. There's an automatic pancake machine. There's some scrambled eggs and bacon. So first impressions of this is a really good lounge with a very nice selection of food and drinks. Absolutely beautiful tarmac view here from the Virgin Australia Melbourne lounge. Also, there is barista coffee and, most importantly, chai latte just over there. I'm not sure if you can see that. But yeah, if you go over there, then you can get some nice, hopefully it's high quality hot drinks. So yeah, very nice and modern lounge. So here's a look at the beautiful view out of the Virgin Australia Melbourne lounge. We've got a very nice view over some of Terminal 4 as well. And then just here, this is VH-YFW, but behind that is our plane for today. It's VH-YFW. It's a 2016 built and delivered Virgin Australia 737-800 delivered brand new to Virgin Australia. That'll be my ride up to Adelaide. Okay, so it's now about time to leave the lounge. Should be boarding in about 25 minutes, so let's head to the gate. At the moment, I unfortunately don't have a window seat, so I want to try and get that changed. Something I didn't actually mention earlier was the fact that originally I was booked on VA211, a 710 service to Adelaide, but that was cancelled, and so I was moved to this 9:10 flight on VA217. But due to that change, I lost my window seat. So I'm going to go and try and get that back at the gate. I really enjoyed my time in the Virgin Australia lounge. Based off my past experiences in the Qantas Club Melbourne, I think it's definitely better than the Melbourne Qantas Club. So I was very impressed with Virgin Australia. However, I must say I think the Qantas Club does better chai latte. Make sure to check your boarding pass, because if your gate lounge is a number higher than 10, then you're in Terminal 4, which is not always so clear. Just asked the gate agent, apparently there is no window seats available since it is a 100% full flight.
10 a.m. service. We'll commence boarding shortly and we'll close 10 minutes before departure. Any guests travelling with infants and guests who would like extra assistance to board, please come forward now at gate lounge number 4. Invite guests seated in rows 15 to 30 only. That's guests seated in rows 15 to 30 only to join the general boarding lane on the left-hand side and board via the rear stairs. Just a reminder that smoking, vaping or the use of cigarettes and electronic devices of any kind is not allowed on the tarmac.
Hi.
Outside stairs, Holly.
Thank you.
Yeah, right at the back. Yeah. I love the amount of people getting the fiery line. Just take your luggage.
My seat for today is 28C. It's very strange not being on a window, and sad. We'll go through the seat features shortly. Okay, so welcome aboard the Virgin Australia Boeing 737-800. The man in 28A, so the window seat near me, was so kind and gave me the window seat, so very much appreciated. So I do now have seat 28A. So now let's go through the seat features of this aircraft. First up, legroom here is a solid 31 inches or 79 centimetres, which is standard really, but it's actually better than Qantas, which is pretty cool. It's what you get on the likes of the Qantas A330 or Jetstar Boeing 787. The tray table here, you can pull it down.
My name's Cameron Shark from the Today. Mr. Andrew Crowe, it's our pleasure to take you to Adelaide very shortly with Virgin Australia Boeing 737 service. 1 hour and 4 minutes across to Adelaide. Beautiful day to go flying. It's lovely here. Adelaide, much the same as we can see. Now, latest weather for Adelaide. It's currently 20 degrees. Blue skies, slight north-easterly breeze.
Okay, so back to the seat features. So the tray table here can be pulled down as always, and you can pull it out and in a fair way, but it is not foldable. It looks pretty clean. There's a stain or two there, but that's fine. And there's a cup holder there, of course. Then in the seat back pocket, you have a seat back pocket for your personal items, and another pocket which contains the safety card, menu, and zip bags. There's also a headrest which can be adjusted, like so. It's very comfy and nicely padded, as are the seats. So, yeah. Then that's about it really for the seat features of this aircraft. I mean, I'm pretty sure, unless this is your first time watching my channel, you've probably seen this before. And as you know, it's it's pretty good, but it is also nothing amazing. But the legroom is very much appreciated compared to Qantas. So yeah, all Virgin Australia 737 aircraft are also equipped with in-flight entertainment, which you can access via your phone, via the old app or the QR code on the menu. I must say this window is very dirty.
Handheld devices, just make sure you've turned on flight mode. Laptops and tablets with keyboards need to be put away until after the seatbelt sign is turned off. Thank you.
It is now time for pushback.
Hi everyone, and once again welcome on board your Virgin Australia flight through to Adelaide. I'll just introduce you to the wonderful team looking after you today. In the flight deck we've heard from Captain Cam Tribe with First Officer Andrew Crowe. Crew in the cabin looking after you today, we've got Courtney at the front, Christina's there in the middle, and Angela down the back. Once again, my name is Rob. We appreciate a lot of you fly often, but for the benefit of those that don't, please give us your full attention for a couple of minutes while we take everyone through our safety demonstration.
Welcome aboard. It's wonderful to have you with us. At Virgin Australia, your health and safety come first, so we appreciate you giving us your attention as we take you through some important information about this flight. Your seatbelt should now be done up low and tight across your hips.
The mood lighting has now been turned on for takeoff, which should happen any moment, any minute, I should say. After a couple of planes have landed, now this Air New Zealand A320neo just needs to take off and then it's our turn.
Cabin crew, be seated for takeoff.
way to cruising altitude. But let's have a quick look at the in-flight menu. I'm not going to get anything today since I ate in the lounge, but I will have a quick look at it anyway, so that you can have a look too. So, here's the options. They have some, I would probably say light meals or whatever you want to call it. Some nice options here. Savoury stuff, sweet stuff. They do sometimes refresh it, so at some point I probably will try some of these other new things that they have, but for now I'm not going to get anything. Then over here you have some cocktails and stuff like that. Bundles, cold drinks, hot drinks, tea, coffee and water, as always, is complimentary, and then alcoholic beverages. And then here's some combos, examples of combos that is. And there's the in-flight entertainment QR code. So yeah, all in all I think it's a very nice menu. It has everything you could want for such a short flight really, and the prices aren't too bad either. Okay, so now up here at our cruising altitude of 38,000 feet, the cabin crew kindly came around and handed me a tea. Since out of tea, coffee and water, I chose to have a tea with just one milk. You could also get sugar, and I think if you asked, you probably could have got water on top of this. It's been a very uneventful and pretty smooth flight so far. By the time they got back here, since I'm in row 28 out of 30, we should already be starting our descent in just a few minutes.
To Adelaide in just on 5 minutes time. Government conditions, as we earlier said, 21 degrees now, clear skies, 4 degrees. Made great progress this morning and touching down about 7 minutes early at the middle terminal, scheduled for a few minutes before at 10 a.m. Just reminding, of course, there's a half an hour time change just coming up 9:30 a.m. Enjoy the flight thus far and continue to do so as you take the way. We'll see you next time. Have a great weekend.
Okay, so just real quick before we start our descent, which will be very, very soon, let's have a really quick look at the in-flight entertainment. Not sure exactly what video it was in, but I have gone through in extensive detail in the past. So this is the Virgin Australia entertainment system. It's an online link, however you can get the link through the app or the menu. Okay, so they have some trending movies. Some of them look cool, and some of them are pretty new as well. For short flights, which would be handy on a flight like this. Action movies. There really is just actually a very wide selection of movies, considering like the fact that Virgin Australia doesn't operate any long-haul routes. The longest flight is around 6 hours, I think. So yeah, that's all that I'm going to show for now to do with the movies. But there's also the moving map, which I have on another tab here. And this is probably my favourite feature, because I can see where we are, how long until destination, and also what our cruising altitude is. So yeah, that's it for the in-flight entertainment. Honestly, this is a 50-minute flight. I don't really have time to use any of it other than the map, so it's really good. And it is quite impressive that you don't have to pay anything for this, considering the price that you do pay. So all in all, I am pretty impressed with Virgin Australia's entertainment system. I also do believe that we just started our descent into Adelaide. to note before we land is that my legs have been pretty chilly throughout this flight. It seems to be very cold at the bottom of the cabin. Not exactly sure why that is. Now time for a approach and landing into Adelaide International Airport.
Welcome to Adelaide, where the local time is 5 minutes to 10. Sorry, yeah, 5 minutes to 10. Just note the 30-minute time difference between Victoria and South Australia. For everyone's safety, please remain seated, keeping the aisle and exits clear until the captain turns off the seatbelt sign. Take care when opening overhead lockers, and be sure to take your personal items with you before you leave. We'll be leaving through the forward and rear doors, using stairs at the rear door. If you're not comfortable using the stairs, you just leave through the forward door once it's clear. But if you do use them, please hold on to the handrails, and as we'll be refuelling, smoking, and the use of e-cigarettes, also vaping, is not allowed on the tarmac or throughout the terminal building. You can use your handheld devices with flight mode turned off. Just note you can't use them on the tarmac at any time. On behalf of your team, thank you for flying with Virgin Australia. It's been our pleasure to have you on board today, and we hope you've enjoyed your flight with us. Thank you and good morning.
We've arrived in Adelaide at a very good time in that a lot of the international departures are at the airport at the moment, including that Malaysian A330 you may or may not have just saw in the background.
Cabin crew, descend doors and cross check.
Yep, see ya. Okay, so welcome to Adelaide International Airport. It's a beautiful day here. However, it does smell like fish out here. Okay, so I think now's a pretty good time to record today's trip report. Sorry, to conclude today's trip report. So our journey started at Melbourne Tullamarine. Well, our journey started when I got the email this morning saying that my flight was cancelled. So obviously that's very annoying. However, I don't know the backstory there. I don't know why that happened. I think it might have been an issue with the plane that was supposed to take us, but not sure if that was Virgin's fault or what. But what I do know is that it was a bit annoying. However, it doesn't really affect anything majorly. So I ended up getting a flight 2 hours later. And at the airport, check-in was a smooth process, so with security. The Virgin Australia Melbourne lounge was absolutely amazing, very impressive, and yeah, onboard service was just as it normally is, which is not too bad, but also nothing insane. So yeah, and then landing in the end 5 minutes early. So overall, I think, considering the fact that Virgin Australia is always at such a good price, it's normally about the same as Rex. However, on this route, Rex can be a bit cheaper sometimes, so keep an eye out for that, because if Rex is any cheaper, then I probably would pay for that unless you have Velocity Gold, so you can use the lounge just like that one there. But yeah, so overall, I think it was a great flight with Virgin Australia. And nothing really stood out on the flight, but the lounge was great, and everything was just as expected, apart from the cancellation. So yeah, conclusion would be I highly recommend Virgin Australia. Jetstar on this route is, if you get it on a sale, it can be very cheap. Otherwise, it's normally actually a very similar price to Virgin Australia. So yeah, Qantas is normally about $139, or on some weekdays $109. Whereas this flight is, I think, $99 or $109 on weekends and $69 or $79 or something on weekdays. So I think Virgin Australia is definitely the best option on this route if you have status. Otherwise Rex, but I think Qantas and Jetstar, unless Jetstar's on sale, just probably isn't worth it. So yeah, that's my conclusion for today's video. I would like to thank you all for watching today's video. A like and subscription if you enjoyed would be very much appreciated. Thank you to all my absolutely amazing patrons who help to make these videos possible. Check out my website, aviation763.com, or link in description for information on upcoming flights. Check the description for more information about this flight and the cost of it and all that. So yeah, once again, thank you all for watching. Have a great day, and I hope to see you in my next video at 6 PM Australian Eastern Standard Time next Saturday. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.